Let marriage be held in honor among all, and let the marriage bed be undefiled. For God will judge the sexual immoral in adulterers. Hebrews 13, verse 4. Hey fam bam, it's me, Juslonda. Have you subscribed? Have you joined the fam? Join the madness, join the fun. It's me, Juslonda. I'm your big sis. I'm your best friend. I'm your auntie. I am someone who is scrolling the internet to see how long y'all have been married and what is making it so successful. Can we talk that talk?
How long have you been married?
Almost a year and a half.
If your husband said, honey, I'm not comfortable with what you're wearing tonight on a girl's night, should he have the authority to tell you to change?
He wouldn't say that. I wouldn't wear anything like crazy on a girl's night. And I don't do girls' night.
What she's saying is she knows better. Before she gets dressed, she knows if I'm going to like it or not.
I mean, I'm not gonna, he's not like he has power over me, because I'm not gonna go do whatever he says just because it's just for the sake of it, but for my own values and like what I think myself, like I know what I'm gonna wear, even with him or without him. It has nothing to do he's there or not. It just, I have some limits that
How was your mindset different when you were younger as opposed to now being married to your husband?
maybe I would dress more juvenile. Now I go more for the elegant side. I've understood that in relationships, you bend a little bit, you make sacrifices without losing yourself.
Okay.
You're not going to walk with your ass sticking out. If you were single or with me, you'd never walk with your ass out, whether you're married to me, boyfriend of mine. You're just not, she's just not.
Well, I've never done it.
She's just classy, refined, and she's just not going to do that.
How old are you?
I'm 61.
I'm 60. How long have you been together?
A total of 31 years.
Yeah, we dated for 6 years, then we got married, 25.
All right, pumpkins. So everyone is in the news with their marriage. Everyone is in the news with their marriage. You got the Cardi B and Offset. You got Tiana Taylor and her husband. Just everyone's in the news about their relationship and what lack of it is. My thing is, girls, y'all are not getting your relationship advice from people who are actually in relationships.
What?
Or someone who's been in a long-term marriage, I wouldn't even say marriage, because nowadays, everyone wants to do their thing. I got it. But a long-time faithful relationship. So y'all not going to listen to those folks, but you won't listen to other folks like this doctor who in a situationship, who wants to have children at her age of 42, no age discrimination, but telling y'all that y'all need this and y'all need that. But she's not getting married. She's in a situationship. But y'all want to get advice from them. Instead of coming to your auntie, your sister, your big sis, your best friend. So I came across, scrolling on, I think it was Instagram. And I came across this young man who was talking to folk that had been married, and then I also threw in some other ones. So let's dial in.
How old are you?
I'm 61.
Who you asking?
I'm 60.
How long have you been together?
A total of 31 years.
Yeah, we dated for 6 years, then we got married, 25. Yeah.
For half your entire lives.
Did you hear what he said? Let's bring it back.
Together.
A total of 31 years.
Yeah, we dated for 6 years, then we got married, 25. Yeah.
For half your entire lives,
I
y'all
love
have
it.
spent it together.
I've never looked at it that way, but you're right. Yeah, absolutely, half our lives.
How does one make a relationship last 30 plus years?
Part of it is
Hold on. Get the notepads because they've been in it for a lifetime. Some of your ages, you know what I'm saying? So get the pens, get the papers.
Just learning that person. Know what not to say, what not to push, and learning to compromise.
She lets me be who exactly I am, and I let her be exactly who she is. If I want to act stupid or do something crazy or all of my, my shortcomings, she loves me in spite of, and the same.
Okay, so why wouldn't you want to learn the ins and outs of this person that you are spending forever with? You made this pledge before God, before this pastor or ordained minister, whoever the case may be, your friends, your family, to love, to cherish, to honor and to obey, and all the blah, 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 and you don't want to know that person? You don't want to know the ins and outs. You don't want to know what makes this person tick. But you want them to be all of this for you. You want them, in women's case, you want them to be masculine. You want them to be feminine when they're supposed to be feminine. You want them to be emotionally stable. You want them to be the alpha. When you want them to be the alpha, you want them to be this, you want them to be that. They have to be 6 feet tall. Let's get into it. They have to be 6 feet tall. They have to have 6 figures. They have to have this physique. Meanwhile, you know nothing about this man. You don't know nothing about this man. Let's talk about it. You know nothing what makes him tick. You don't know the dislikes and the likes. Like the other day, Ray's family was here. His mother and father was here. I wanted to make a cake, but I wanted this cake to last. And in order for it to last in the house, it had to have strawberries on it. Because my husband's not going to touch it. Not the fact that he doesn't like strawberries, but he doesn't want it on his cakes. And my strawberry shortcake lasts a whole week. You have to know these things. You have to know these things about your partner. I talked about it, about being placed in positions. You were with this man or woman a whole lifetime, yet she doesn't know the position is your favorite position. Or women, he doesn't know that you like when he... And being funny, having fun. When do y'all stop having fun? There is never a time that I don't do a cartwheel of a sort onto the bed, onto him.
This is how we do it.
Yay! When do y'all start having fun with the person that you're in marriage with? I'm talking too long. Sorry.
I just let her be, and she lets me be.
Where do you think most modern day couples struggle to keep it together?
Nobody's willing to compromise. Nobody's willing to say, okay, I'm not even going to fuss over that little bit of thing. That's just a minor thing.
If he liked another girl's picture,
no one's willing to compromise. You know how many times I will let Ray just be like, you right. Sorry. You right. You know how many times I do that? Just because I'm argumentative too. And so is he. And I really think he should have been like some type of lawyer-ish. Because he's going to put his point of... Let me tell you something. This man is going to make sure that his point is going across. And it don't have to make sense. But long as he... It don't have to make sense. But I'm like, you know what? You're right. You're right. But. No. You're right. See, there's going to be a compromise in some things. Don't always try to win the fight, honey. Don't always try to win the fight. Sometimes let him win. Let him win. And prove it later. There's nothing wrong with proving it later. Be like, and how did that work out for you? I'm just saying, compromise on the little things. You know what I'm saying? Don't let stuff blow up out of hand.
On Facebook, you wouldn't give him too much of a hard time for it.
No. Really not, because he's with me. And if I like the guy's picture, people are like, oh, okay, because he knows I'm with him. My heart is with him.
Some people are.
Now, I will say, I'm pretty sure Ray does have social media. Certain social medias he don't have. I don't know who he follows, but I know for me and my eyes, for me and these kingdom eyes, I need to stay away from those type of things. Look. I like to look. But I'm not going to be distracted by the enemy. You know what I'm saying? Because the enemy come to kill, steal, and destroy. And this marriage is not up for grabs. Okay? This marriage is not up for grabs. So I personally stay away from those things. Now, I don't know if he's gawking at stuff like that, because I'm not insecure about our relationship. I mean, every now and then I'll get in my head, but that's women. We get in our heads about certain things. However, sorry about that. I apparently forgot to put the watermelon back up, and he thought I wasn't finished with it. But let's get back in it.
It's fortunate to have examples like we did. Her mom and dad are married 60 plus years still together. My parents are deceased, but they were married like 60 years before they passed away. So we don't really have an excuse.
One thing he said to me before we got married is divorce is not an option. Yeah. Whatever we go through, whatever happens, we can work it out, and we will work it out.
Yeah.
I like that. Divorce is not an option. My parents are still together. Ray's parents are still together. Now, my parents are not everyone's not going to say they're the ideal couple. Their parents are not the ideal couples. At least I think that. Now, my daughter, on the other hand, she would tell someone in a heartbeat that she wants a marriage. Pardon me. She wanted a marriage like ours, like her parents. Like, we try to instill the fact that we love each other, we have fun with one another. Not only that we have fun with one another, but we also have fun with the kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, family is a whole big dynamic for us. But not only that, is making sure that y'all love each other. And if Ray would say that, he doesn't want to be in this marriage any longer, my parents would be like, come on home. And my parents are married. They'd be like, come on home. He don't have to have you. Come on home. My parents would be ready for me to come home. Okay? Ready. And don't get me wrong, they love Ray to bits. But if he be like, this not working out, they'd be like, bring her back. Send her home. Send her home.
Together?
8 years.
A good 8.
Time out. Whose purse? Is it hers or is it his? Let me zoom in right quick. She looked like she has a blue bag underneath there, and then he has on a man bag. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, about 8 years. We've been married for almost 6.
At 6 years married, how do you guys handle the bills?
6 years of marriage. Okay, so newlyweds, so first and second year. The first year is honeymoon stage, okay? Second year is like honeymoon stage is over. This is when you start, you're going to know if you're in or out. By the 5th year, you're going to have another, are you in or are you out? By your 6th year, I want to say at least by your 5th year, you know if you are in or you're out. Definitely by your 7th year, you should be out. Like, things are not going to change. You know, after the honeymoon stage, the first year, after the honeymoon stage, you're like, okay, we're still loving each other. It's still lovey-dovey, blah, 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 blah. Second year, that's when you start really getting into the nitty-gritty. And it's really different for everyone, because just because you have been with someone for, let's say, 5 years, it is something about this pledge that you do, and you take these vows. It is something about that changed the whole dynamic. So by the second year, be like, oh, you still here. You're still here. But let's keep going. 6 years in.
Household.
There is no your account in my account.
We're one. We have the same
We're
bank
one.
account.
Whatever I make, whatever she makes, gets dumped there.
Into one account.
Bills,
That's it.
clothes, money, vacations.
His purse.
We're one.
Whatever it is.
There is no
Whatever
two
we
people. There's
earn,
no my
whatever-
money, your money. 1 week
Yeah.
she's slow, I made the money. It doesn't matter. Once you start saying, oh, I paid for this, she paid for this.
Do you see how she's looking at him? With the love, like, he's right. He's right. I love that. She's in love. She's in love.
It's not gonna last. It's one person.
Yeah.
That's it.
But
It's a team.
if you had your own accounts before individually,
Yeah.
We did.
We did.
why not still maintain that and then make a new joint one?
That's what we had. She had her own account. I had my own account.
And then whatever we had, we joined into one account, because at the end of the day, when you're married, you have a partnership, right? You and your husband, you're not against each other, you're
It's about
together.
respect also. It's all
Now, everyone, marriage is not the same. And I get what they're saying. Like, Ray and I have separate accounts, and then we also have a joint account. So, to each his own. To each his own. But, I mean, if that works for them, I'm glad. I'm glad that works for them.
about respect. If
It's
she's gonna
respect,
come
but
to me,
you're
oh,
also-
I paid for this, or you paid for this. I don't care how other people live. She makes her money, he makes her money, that's up to them. Us, we have one house, one
account.
family, one account, everything gets
Divided equally, basically.
exactly. So vacations, we don't even look how much you paid, I paid. We go, we spend the money, we come home, period.
And
I make
you have to
10,000
be a
this week.
team.
It goes there. She goes to the mall, buy clothes, spend whatever, no question asked.
He's very dominant. He's very dominant. But you know what? I will say this. Ray and I do have separate accounts, and then we also have a joint account. We also have a business account. We also have property that we have, and that we maintain. And though Ray pays all the bills, I help out. I chip in whenever he needs me to, especially like if something breaks in the in one of the homes or something like that. I'm like, all right, well, since we need this right now, we don't want to go through this, go through that. We'll go ahead, take care of it. Boom, bam. It, like he just said, it's a business, it's a partnership. Our business, which is our pardon me, so sorry. Our business, which is the properties that we own, like that's needs to be taken care of by not just one, both. So if I need to kick in, I kick in. That's all. That's all. And it's not the fact that he, just because he pays all the bills, he's like, well, I pay all the bills or something like that. No, he pays all the bills. And then for the most part, I kind of handle the fun stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, so we're going to go out to eat. I'll pay. We're going to do this. I'll pay. Now, for the most part, he'll pay. I'm not going to lie to you. He'll pay. He will. But, you know, sometimes I'll be like, you know what? I'm treating you and I want you to put out tonight.
What's your age?
41.
How long have you been married to your husband?
Lots of years. 12 years.
How?
She sound like me. Lots of years. She had to do that math in her head real quick.
Keep a relationship together for 12 plus years?
Ooh, a couple blowjobs a week. Okay. And on a
Skirt. A couple of blowjobs a week, you say? Let's get going.
The key
And
to
honesty?
a happy, successful, long-lasting relationship is just sucking your man off constantly.
not constant. I didn't say constantly. But
You said a couple of days a week, honey. I'm not saying that you know it's only on birthdays and celebrations and things like that, but a couple of days a week is only 7 days in a week, honey. A couple means two, and I'm pretty sure it's more than two. So, that part I don't agree with, but the honesty part I do. Now I do say this: if you're in a sexless marriage, get out now. If you're in a sexless marriage, get out now. Because when there is no sex involved, no intimacy, that's when the enemy comes in.
oh, you've gotta provide for your man.
Why is satisfying your man sexually such an important thing?
Hold on, honey, because satisfying your man, what about you being satisfied? You can't out there. You have to be satisfied too. It goes both ways, honey. But okay.
In terms of, keeping a relationship together.
You've got to have the intimacy in order to keep a relationship successful. It's not just sucking your man off or anything like that. That's not the way I meant it. But you have
That's
to
the
have
way
the
it
intimacy
sounds.
portion of it.
So, in your mind, a sexless marriage means the end of the marriage.
Yes.
Yes, 100%.
Have you had friends who are married go through divorce due to that?
Yes, I have.
What?
And I currently see it with my current.
Now, I had a male friend who was in a sexless marriage who told me that his wife allowed him to spread his wings as long as she doesn't see it. And this is when I was young and dumb. Okay, young and dumb. So I believed it. And I was like, really? So your wife does not mind you having sex with other people? let me tell you something. He ended up talking to this one girl. This one girl, she was a brick house. You hear me? She was a brick house. Big boobs, tiny waist. Like I thought she was a Coca-Cola. She was a Jessica Rabbit, all right? A thick Jessica Rabbit. You hear me? But she was crazy and deranged. Crazy and deranged.
What's up, man? What's going on? I'm caught up in a real life fatal attraction up in this motherfucker, man.
Open marriages are never the good thing.
Friends right now.
What do you notice that they're lacking in their relationships?
The intimate portion and the honesty portion.
But have you ever had sex with your man just because he wanted it, even if you didn't feel like it at the time?
Community service, honey. Yes.
She called it community service. Yes. Yes, ladies, there is some times that you do not want to have sex. And there's times that you just say no. But you can't be saying no all the time. All the time you saying no. All the time you saying no. So you mean to tell me your Gucci got cobwebs? You trying to tell me it's dry? You mean to tell me that? You mean to tell me that you were just laying next to this man with a rock hard? You don't even think about getting on top of it. That's because you're not who you're supposed to be. You are not who you're supposed to be with. There's no way. And sometimes Ray could be sleeping and I just get that urge. And he was probably not even thinking about it. But I want it. And he's going to give it to me. So, and it could be at the oddest times. It could be in public sometimes.
And
What's your age?
51.
57.
Married how long?
31 years.
How do you keep a relationship together for 3+ decades?
We divorced early in our relationship. And when we got back together, we decided the D word was not an option.
So you had to divorce to come back, make the union stronger, and then stick to it forever.
Yes. Today, people don't want to fight through it. It's so easy to divorce, you know what I'm saying, but it's not easy to stay together.
What caused the divorce in the first place, and how long into the first marriage was it?
We're 4 years into the marriage, but I thought it was okay, you know what I'm saying? I thought it was okay to
mess around.
To do my thing, yeah, to do my thing. And fortunately, I had a good friend that said that I was messing up. That I had the best woman that anybody ever wanted, you know, and it was for a good friend of mine to tell me that, for me to chase her.
During your split, did you think about him every day?
Yes, of course. Yeah. It's hard because...
So what did I tell you? Your first year is the honeymoon stage. Your second year is when it starts getting real. By your 5th year, you should know if you're in it or not. You should not be in a marriage longer than 5 years and don't want to be there. And don't want to be there. There's no way that you should still be lying next to the enemy and having these thoughts in your head that you don't want to be with this person, or you're dreaming about another person, or you're liking another person, or you're sleeping with another person, but yet you come back home to this. That's not how it works. That is not how it works, people.
I felt punished because I was like, I'm not going to do this. But at the same time, like I'm separating from my husband that I love, and that I'm like, I felt like, why do I have to separate from him when I didn't do anything wrong, right? And then I found out I was pregnant.
How did that change your mental when it came on to the relationship between you and him?
I tried to do it on my own. After my mom was the one who came to me and she's like, Mia, if you think you can make your marriage work, make your marriage work. And I was like, okay, so I
Savannah, he's a good man, Savannah. He's a good man.
He's a good man, Savannah. A good man. He's just in a bad situation right now, and he's trying to get out of it.
Called him and I was like, I think I made a mistake divorcing you. And then we got remarried, and I was like pregnant.
How is she making the mistake? I don't understand. He's the one that was out being the dog, but she made the mistake? I'm confused.
Out here. Back then, we didn't even have cell phones. She texted me on the pager, and I called her back on a payphone.
See, my thing is, that's rare. That is rare where you spin the block and it works out right. I had an uncle, God rest his soul, who spent the block, and she was still crazy. She was so crazy. She was so crazy. And he knew it. But you know what? Sometimes you gotta learn. You gotta learn. But that was the person that he really, really loved. But she was so crazy. She was so crazy. But nevertheless, my uncle was a player. He was a player from the Himalayas. He was a player from the Himalayas. All women loved him. Young, old, it didn't matter. Senile, it didn't matter. My uncle had this thing where women just loved him. And yeah, even like, quick scenario, my brother had a graduation. I would never forget this. He had a graduation party. We threw him a graduation party from high school, and some of my friends came. Of course, all his friends came, and at that time, Yin Yang Twins were out. Now I don't recall the song. However, my uncle starts throwing up money. He starts feeding the fish. And my friends are like, who is that man? I was like, please, don't do it. He was like, I was like, he's like that song. Baby, I'm a dog. I'm a mutt. He's a mutt. Leave him alone.
What's your age?
I'm 26.
I'm 30.
How long have you been together?
4.5 years.
If your man gave you a guilt-free pass to have fun with any guy in the world, would you take it?
No.
Why not?
I don't think that you can come back from that. I just don't think so. Whether it's today, tomorrow, a year from now, or 10 years from now, I feel like it would affect their relationship a lot.
It will.
So if he knew that while you...
So tides or real. You know what I'm saying? Y'all seen that old thing where Demi Moore and whatever that, I can't remember the name of the flipping movie. But she sleeps with this man for $1 million. $1 million. And their marriage is not the same. They ended up breaking up. She ended up going to the millionaire. But I feel like, if I'm not mistaken, she went back to her husband. But you don't want to put stuff like that. Like, people that be having these thruffles or whatever they is, these three. Why are you adding problems to your marriage? You're adding problems to your marriage. That's crazy. That's insanity. Who does that? Who does that? Who has the energy to sleep with you and sleep with you? To fuss with you and fuss with you? To make sure you're happy and to make sure you're happy? Who has that energy? Who has the energy to do that?
You were with him, you were with another man. You don't think he could handle that?
No.
No, I don't think so, and I don't think he should have to handle that. Would you handle that?
100% not.
Well, be honest with me.
Yes.
My husband already told me he doesn't like sharing, so that wasn't an option.
You're saying he couldn't handle that?
Yes.
What if you found out that he cheated on you? No. Would you still stay or would you get up and go?
I would leave.
100%.
I would walk away.
And I want her to leave as well.
Yeah.
Because something we don't do is we don't respect infidelity.
So do you guys think that men can cheat on women that they love, or that's just a myth?
100% not. Imagine cheating on a person that you say that you love and then going back home to that person sleeping next to them.
That's betrayal.
That's betrayal. That's supposed to be the closest person to you. You know how fake a human being has to be in order to do that?
I love him.
That's what 95% of men are right now in this living age.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love him. And you know, a lot of it is men are just, for some reason, just going out and about, and you have a whole wife at home and you have her whole family at home. Like how can you put that in jeopardy? Because you know she's not going to leave, or because she's too busy with your children. Okay. That's all I got. So comment down below. I didn't know that's all I had, but comment down below. I like these, what these people had to say, except for the consistent blowjobs. Who got time for all of that? Have you ever heard of lockjaw? Have you ever heard of lockjaw? But comment down below, are these people right in what they're saying that's making these marriages last long? And some of these marriages, like 3 decades, like I love it. I love it. And one thing for sure that I love black love. I love black love. But I love a married couple and that really love one another. You know what I'm saying? Take the time to love one another. Pardon me. So on that note, fam bam, thanks for watching, rating, subscribing. All that good jazz that make me feel so warm and fuzzy inside. Peace and peace. Bye. And if you want to see any more of my Talk That Talks, we'll leave that right here. My makeup stuff will be right here. And always, you can subscribe right here.